all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? Watching you five. I got you. Get it.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Let's go. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey.
Now on first down, Drake again. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Ready. Black 22. Here we go. Wait. Alert 3. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Kill. Check 24. Hey, alert 3. Hey, let's get him converted. 58, Mike, 58. Easy. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Jameis to throw it. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready? 10-2, sir. 52. There's a party now. Hey, exit. 5.
Off play action. Herbert gets this one to Hill. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down.
Come on, set.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
I got it. Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Ready?
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's going to be a long day. Check 50.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Hey, 7.
Kiwi's trapped.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Watching your 5.
There we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Alpha.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hard.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Be grip.
To throw again. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Switch.
Go. Yep.
Mike 5-5.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Flush to his right. And the catch made by Hilton. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Dolphins 7, Colts 7.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And that one results in 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Wait. 53, Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready. Blue ready.
Check 53.
Even.
Check 3.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Got it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They give to Johnson going right. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Orbit.
That's what I do. 5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
5.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he's got his man, Hilton. That one goes for 8 yards.
Here we go.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Catch made here by Campbell.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mark 52, Mark 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Five.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Check. 55 to Mike.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Got an open man, that's Campbell. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
That's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Ready.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
I'm coming after you. Shift. Watch the shift.
Topper.
Mike. He's tired of me.
Get it.
Complete to Hilton. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
14-yard line.
Break.
Stay with your man. Watch the eye.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Safe.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought.
He's got daylight. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. What a spin. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bravo.
Right there in the middle.
Throwing again. Herbert. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it to Hilton. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Johnson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Johnson running right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw on 3rd down, Herbert. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to run with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Zerline good with a PAT, and this is back to an 8-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Winston. And he hits Drake. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready, blue ready.
53, Mike.
And even. Switch.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Balaj. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Winston now from the 50. It's complete to Drake.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. They run it with Balaj. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, stop.
I'm here all day. Back, back, back. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
53 for Mike. 53 is the Mike. Hustle, hustle. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On third down, Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
A first down throw for Winston. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Check 24. Watch 24. Anyway. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Johnny.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Ready. Back 25 behind.
3. Mike. I'm trying to collect.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Winston, his throw incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. But now it'll be 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Single on the slot. Single on the slot.
Go.
Check 13.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Leo. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Escaping the press. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Yes.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Hey, echo.
I can't believe it.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 8. He completes this one to Mack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So the big play changes the complexion of things. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Go.
On 4th down, Herbert. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Miami, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Call on the wrist, hold on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, hold on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, call on the wrist, hold on the wrist, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hold on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, they act like they made us. You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the that hate us. I make a lot of new money. When the not savers. Be liking my flavor. I think it's cause.